Good morning student, myself Manish Sankla and our subject design of pre-stressed concrete structures. Today we solve the example of composite section. Okay, now first of all we read the given data. Composite beam consists of 120 mm by 240 mm precast stem, that means our web, and cast in situ flange 480 mm by 50 mm. The span of beam is 6 mm, that means L is equal to given 6 meter. Stem is post tension unit which is subjected to initial pre-stressing force P, that is equal to 230 kilonewton. Loss of pre-stress is given 50%, 15%. The tendons are provided such that their center of gravity is 80 mm above the soffit, that means bottom of beam. Beam has support live load 4 kilonewton per mm meter. Determine the resultant stress in stem and flange if beam is unpropped and propped. Okay, here we find out resultant stresses for two conditions. First one method is unpropped and second is for propped. T section is given. This one is the flange, cast in situ and precast web. Okay, now here eccentricity is given in figure. From sea level eccentricity is given 40 and 80 is our center of gravity from bottom of soffit. Dimension of flange is 480 mm by 50 mm and dimension of web is 240 mm depth and 120 mm width. Okay, now one by one. First we discuss for unpropped. Properties of precast step. Okay, here we take precast stem because we discuss for unpropped. Now area of precast stem A is equal to this 240, okay, this 120 width and 240 depth, that is equal to 28,800 mm square. Now section modulus is equal to BD square by 6. B is equal to 120, D is equal to 240 square by 6 and answer is 1.15 into 10 raised to 6 mm cube. Now next, stress in stem, that means our precast web, due to pre-stressing force is equal to P by A. Here we take compressive force as positive and tensile force as negative. Okay, then this one is the equation of pre-stress force. Upward direction, upward, outward is tensile and bottom is compressive. Okay, so take as positive and equation is M by Z. Okay, now M is equal to P into eccentricity. P is equal to 230 into 10 raised to cube and E is equal to 40, that is given in figure. Look at this. Divide by our section modulus Z, 1.15 into 10 raised to 6 and answer of this stress into pre-stressing force we discuss for bottom, that is equal to 7.99 plus 7.99, that is equal to 15.98 Newton per mm square. Because at top here this one is for cast in situ, we consider as at top we consider as 0. Okay, we discuss the stresses as bottom because we discuss for unpropped. Now loss of pre-stress 15% is given, so here we find out efficiency, that is equal to 0.85. 100 minus 15 is equal to 85 and efficiency is always find out with respect to percentage, so 0.85. Now stresses at top is equal to 0 and stresses at bottom is equal to 0.85 into this 15.98, 13.58 Newton per mm square. This one is the pre-stressing force. Now we discuss self-weight of this pre-stress stem. Okay, precast stem. Self-weight is equal to, convert into meter, 120 mm, that means 0.12 meter, 240, 0.24 and 24 is equal to density of concrete, and self-weight of this precast stem is 0.691 kilonewton per meter. Now we find out moment due to this self-weight, that is WL square by 8, WL is equal to 6 by 8 is equal to 3.11 kilonewton into meter. Now we find out stress at top and bottom of precast stem due to of this self-weight moment is equal to M by Z. Moment we find out 3.11, that is in kilonewton into meter, so convert into Newton mm 10 raised to 6. And section modulus Z, that we recently find out, look at this, 1.15 into 10 raised to 6, put this value into this equation, m by Z, and answer is 2.7 Newton per mm square. Okay, here we find stresses top and bottom because this one is due to the self-weight of precast web. In first case we find stress due to pre-stressing force for unpropped method, and here the top stresses are 0, only and only we find out bottom stresses. Okay, now self-weight of cast in situ. Now we discuss for cast in situ, that is our flange. In cast in situ 0.48, okay, look at this, 480, that means 0.48 in meter, 0.05 50 mm divided by 1000, 0.05 meter into 24 density of concrete. Now self-weight of this cast in situ flange is 0.576 kilonewton per meter. Now we find out moment due to this self-weight of cast in situ, that is WL square by 8, W L square by 8, 2.60 kilonewton into meter. Now next, stresses at top and bottom cast in situ due to above moment, that we recently find out, that is 2.66 W, okay, moment, okay, 2.66 moment due to cast in situ. Now stress of this moment is m by Z, okay, m again it is given in kilonewton into meter, so convert into Newton mm divided by Z is equal to 2.26 Newton per mm square. Okay, now we discuss for properties of composite section. First we discuss for precast web, second for cast in situ flange, and third one is for properties of composite section. Now we find out area of composite section. Now total T section is act as a composite, so first of all we find out the area of this T section, that is equal to flange 480 into 50 and web 120 into 240, 52,800 mm square. Okay, now we find out center distance. Here we find center distance from top, we can find bottom also. Okay, from top first is 480 into 50, okay, and y a1 by 1 plus a2 by 2 divided by a1 plus a2, and y1 from top 50 by 2. Now for bottom 120 into 240, and here we take top as a reference point, so 50 plus 240 by 2. Okay, and answer is 104 mm. This one is the YT. Now we find out y bar from bottom, that means YB, that is equal to 240 plus 50. Okay, 290 minus this 104, and answer is 186 mm. Clear? Okay, now we find out moment of inertia according to our parallel axis theorem, Ig plus A square. Here two portion is given, flange and web. Ig plus AH square. Ig, that means BD cube by 12, then AH square 104, our top YT, and 50 by 2 h square. Same for our web, BD cube by 12, area A h square, bottom YB minus 242 by square. Our answer is moment of inertia for total composite section is 4.15 10 raised to 8 mm raised to 4. Now we find out section modulus of top fiber and bottom fiber, ZT. ZT is equal to I by Y, I and YT. Same way ZB is equal to I by YB. Ultimately section modulus of top is 4.02 10 raised to 6 mm cube, and section modulus for bottom is equal to 2.25 into 10 raised to 6 mm cube. Now moment of live load is given in data, that is 4, and span is L is equal to 6, so WL square by 8 is equal to 18 kilonewton into meter. After finding the live load moment, we find out the stress due to live load moment. Okay, now the next is stress at top due to live load moment is divide M by Z. M we find out, and Z again we find out at top level ZT. 4.04 into 10 raised to 6, 4.47 Newton per mm square, that is the stress at top due to the live load. Now we find out stress as bottom due to live load, and for that we take moment due to live load and divide by ZB. Okay, that is 2.25 into 10 raised to 6, and bottom stress due to live load is 8 Newton per mm square. Now we find out resultant stresses for unpropped beam. Okay, for stress at top, one by one we discuss stresses at top. Stress at top, initial pre-stress in precast time we consider 0, then effective pre-stress in precast time is equal to 0 for that. Okay, now stresses due to self weight of precast time is 2.7, then stresses due to self weight of cast in situ is 2.26 we find, then stresses due to live load of composite section we find 4.47. okay, this one is the condition for top one. Okay, now after we find out stresses at bottom, initial pre-stress, first case we find out pre-stressing, we find bottom stresses, that is 15.98, then effective pre-stress in precast stamp is 13.58. This all stresses we earlier we find out, simply I mention here. Stress due to sulfate of precast stamp is 2.7 at bottom, then sulfate of cast in situ, that is 2.26, and stress due to live load moment in composite section is 8. Now this one is the stress distribution diagram for unpropped beam. T, YT and YB. First condition is for initial stress. Okay, this one is the initial pre-stress. Okay, look at this. This one is the initial pre-stress in precast stamp, and effective pre-stress. First is for initial pre-stress, and this one is the effective pre-stress. Then third case is due to sulfate of precast stamp. Then fourth case is due to sulfate of cast in situ slab, and fifth case is due to live load. Initial pre-stress, effective pre-stress. Okay, this one is the sulfate of precast slab, cast in situ and composite, this live load. Okay, and last one, all with all proper sign convention, here we get moment increase, decrease and increase. Okay, and bottom fiber we get 0.62. Now we discuss for propped beam. Okay, now propped beam we find moment due to the cast in situ. Sulfate of cast in situ is 0.48, 0.05 and 24, 0.576 kilonewton per meter. Okay, here the beam is propped, that means sulfate of cast in situ of flange will be resisted by composite action. Okay, and moment due to the sulfate of cast in situ is equal to WL square by 8, 2.6 kilonewton into meter. And stress on composite action due to sulfate of cast in situ flange at top is equal to M by ZT and bottom M by ZB. Okay, 0.65 Newton per mm square, and at bottom 1.16 Newton per mm square. Okay, for propped we take the moment due to sulfate of cast in situ. Now stresses at top level, initial pre-stress in precast stamp is equal to 0, effective pre-stress is again 0. If our initial stress is 0, then our effective stress in precast stamp we take 0. Effective stress due to sulfate of precast stamp we already find out 2.7. Sulfate due to cast in situ is 0.65, and stress due to live load moment of composite section is equal to 4.47. Okay, now stress at bottom, initial pre-stress is 15.98, effective pre-stress is 13.58, and self weight stress due to sulfate of this precast stamp, that is 2.7, sulfate of cast in situ slab, that is 1.16. okay, 1.16 at bottom, and stress due to live load moment of composite section is 8. Here we take 0.65. Now after summation of this top and bottom moment, okay, initial, effective. Okay, this one is the last one is the live load moment. Okay, after summation of this all stresses we get 5.1 to 2.66, okay, decrease, and then 5.36 again increase, and bottom we get 1.72. okay, this one is the stress distribution diagram for propped beam. Okay, here we solve the example of composite section for propped and unpropped both. Now in next session we solve the example of shrinkage, and also we discuss the theory of shrinkage. Okay, just now we stop.